Well, good morning, friends. Let us learn some prepositions and the uses of these with examples. All right, along with examples. These are by, as, along with, despite, of, till, and until. By is used in the case of agent, clear, or person, and with is used when it is not as an agent, right? Instrument, right? Giving examples, it was done by him, not with him, by him. In the case of he will be here at, not by 2 p.m. In this particular time pointing you are using at, but when you have got an action which will be finished away before another action starts, then you have to use by. He will have done it by 2 p.m. In this sentence, at will not be correct, by will be correct for you, right? What is the time? By your watch, not within your watch or at your watch. By your watch will be correct form of preposition. In the case of instrument, he came with a card. When you are using an article, then with will be applicable. But at the time when you are not using an article, he came by car, then it will be by, not with. Remember, it defines that he drove the car. It defines that it was rental. Clear? So with the sentence you can understand which one is rental, which one is owned by someone. He did it with an instrument, with a pen. So pen is an instrument, with has to be used, right? We write, we write with a pen, with a pen. So pen is an instrument, you have to use with. In the case of instrument, you have to use with. In the case of agent, you have to use by. This has to be understood by you, right? Giving example, he achieved it by dint of his hard work. So by dint of will be applicable over here. Before dint you are using by, and after dint also you are using, and another preposition is called of. Hard work is a common noun and he is a possessive adjective. Clear? So by and with are used in that conditions. Let me explain when you are going to use as. As is used, to define something, define something or someone. Look at it as follows. Look at it as follows. Here follows defines common noun, and before that you are using as preposition, so it becomes phrase for you, right? I did it as one for you, as one. So up till that it will be a phrase for you, and if you are using another words with phrase, then it becomes an adverb for you, right? So it is as preposition over here. Along is defined as definite direction. How to use? He was walking along the footpath, not toward or to or on the footpath. Footpath is a specific direction. After that, it will be ended up. So, in that condition, along will be used, not toward a direction, not to a common direction, and on is a surface, cannot be used. I read along the headlines. So headlines is a part of some articles or news items of news. In that condition, along will be applicable. So in the case of when it is a specific one, then you are going to use along only. Along. How to use along with? Along with. Along means specific direction, and along with means added with. It defines added with. He came along with her friends, not with her, along with his friends, his father. So, here with will not be applicable or will not be right. Along with be right. I did it along with that. So, it and that, two pronouns are used, demonstrative pronoun that and demonstrative pronoun it, and between that you are using along with, right? She has done it along with that, along with his brother. So he was also involved in action and his brother as well. In that condition, you are going to use along with. Two acts are finished. That's why it is called added with or moreover. So in the case of moreover or added with, you have to use along with. Alright, I think these three examples are sufficient enough for you to understand and catch the using of along with. Let me explain the uses of despite. Despite define in spite. It's a very uncommon preposition. He did it despite obstructed, despite an obstruction. So an obstruction is a noun defined before that you are using as a preposition. So it becomes a phrase for you. Despite defines in spite. Despite many acts, he chose that one. So it defines he is a subject, choose is a verb two, that one is an object one, and despite many acts it defines the phrase object two. Phrase object, and it's a two, object number two. Despite is used in the case of in spite. Let me explain where to use of. Of is a preposition when you have got away, right? I put off my shoes. It defines that your shoes are away from the place, right? He switched off of the fan. On the fan will be starting and off the fan will be off. Clear? So in the case of when you are not starting or ending, then it becomes off for you. Thank you very much for learning off.